I'm Kasumi. I directed the documentary about Scott, who is working at Kansai Gaidai as a professor. And there are attractive scenes in the documentary, so I hope you enjoy it. Bye!
Otherwise, it's just you talking, which is interesting. But I want you to be able to practice these skills that we've been working on, being able to talk and refer back to something like that. If you want to use a handout also, okay. And then you can keep your poster very, very plain. No problem. My name is Scott Chanel. I teach this semester. I'm teaching writing class, advanced cultural writing. I'm teaching 2 seminars. I'm teaching a class on giving presentations, making speeches, and on most Saturdays, although it's mostly done for this semester, some Saturdays I co-teach a workshop for current elementary school teachers to teach them about how to teach English in the Japanese classroom. I decided to become a teacher because both of my parents are teachers. My mom taught elementary school, and my dad was high school mathematics and history teacher, but he's now vice principal for a school. So I got it from them, but they didn't want me to be a teacher. They told me when I went to university, you can do anything you want, but don't be a teacher. And so I listened to them, which was kind of foolish. The one time my parents were wrong, I listened to them. Every other time, I didn't listen to them and they were right. So, my mom came to Japan in 1992, and she taught for a year through a sister city exchange in Shiga. And my brother and I came to visit, and I decided, oh, that's cool, I want to go do that. So I did that, and really enjoyed it, and decided that's what I was going to do. I've tutored, I taught, not getting paid really. I mean, I've done some volunteer things. I've gone and talked to classes in the U.S., but never as a regular teacher. You have to respect the students, otherwise the students won't respect you. There are things that you have to expect from the students, and you need to be very clear about what you want from the students in order to get that. I feel students should be self-motivated and self-directed, which means in my classes I give the students a very general topic, and I give them a lot of freedom. And some students have a hard time with that, but my feeling is that way students can find what it is that they're most interested in and study that. Yeah, unless you want, but I could probably set it up so we could do it out in the student lounge. No, probably here. Unless you want. Podcast is a audio or video program that is downloaded automatically to your computer, usually as soon as it's put out. So in many cases it's once a week, or in some cases once a month, or once every 2 months, stuff like that. I do the technical end and try to make sure that most of it sounds reasonably okay.
Scott is one of the most giving guys. He will go out of his way to help his colleagues and is very, very kind in that area. He's also very funny. Sometimes a strange humor, but very funny. So he's one of the closest friends that I have here. It's always good to work with him. This last week we finished our 8th podcast, so we do one podcast a week. So for about 2 months now, he and I have been working on it. He's very professional and he has all the tools. Scott likes toys, and he likes expensive toys. So the microphones that we have, the mixing board that we have, everything we have is very professional. So it's great having his supply of equipment, but that's not the only reason. I mean, Scott is great to work with. He brings a whole level of professionalism to the podcast and makes it a worthwhile project.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Whoa, blowing it out. Alright, welcome back one more time to HT-Sol.
Let's not take 4 takes this time, please, just to start off the show.
It's gonna be one whether we like it or not.
And we're not gonna rehash the joke again, are we?
Nah, it's not worth it.
Alright.
So who do we got this week? Who are you?
Well,
first?
who are we is the question.
Who am I? Don't
Oh,
know.
that's
Who
so
am I?
existential, man.
Why am I? I'm Scott.
And I am
this is
Scott.
Also.
Welcome back to HT-Sol. Tonight we are continuing extensive reading, part 2, and we have Professor Paul Goldberg in the house. Tonight we are continuing.
I started here about 3 years ago, but I also studied in Michigan for a little while. I took a class at my university and was interested from that. It was fun. It was not as hot as it is here. Use some energy and just exercise a little bit. It's better in the spring and fall. I don't like the summer. Waza. Kotogai.
Scott is one of the students. He is doing very good. He practiced Aikido in the States and he's continuing here. He's preparing for 3rd Q test and he's very energetic and enthusiastic, and we are happy to have him on the mat. He's fun to throw around because he's very strong and he's sincere, so it's good to practice with him. Foreigners, Japanese, they learn Aikido in the same way. It's not the language, it's just the body practice, so they are usually doing very well.
He's very dedicated, and I think that he does a good job in everything he does. So that's great about Scott.
I got very scared for a second. But it's a good story, you should watch.